Alright. Well, hello again. Lucky man here. Jade class. That's right. We are now taking a look. Ironblood's light carriers. This time a Jade class themselves. Or rather, former passenger liners. A little bit different on design, but closely similar. Called Gneisenau and Potsdam. Later be renamed to Jade and Elbe. Before we go to the ships, I'm gonna read a small part from Wikipedia related to Jade class aircraft carriers. The two ships were launched as Gneisenau and Potsdam in 1935 and operated in peacetime in Norddeutscher Lloyd. After the outbreak of war, the ships were requisitioned by the Kriegsmarine as transports, and in May 1942, plans were drawn up to convert them into aircraft carriers. The ships were not identical, but were similar enough in size to allow identical outfitting. Gneisenau and Potsdam were to be renamed Jade and Elbe, respectively. Once converted, the ships were intended to operate 12 Ju-87 Stuka dive bombers and 12 Bf-109 fighters. But these plans never came to be. Gneisenau, well, let's just say Jade, returned back to a troop ship, only to be sunk by mine in Western Baltic, and Elbe actually began the conversion process in December 1942, but only her passenger fittings were removed. By the time work was halted in February 1943, she was converted into a barracks ship in Goltenhafen and seized by the United Kingdom after the end of the war. She remained in use until 1976, when she was broken up for scrap. That was a fast history lesson. Now, let's start with the name ship. Jade herself. And before we go to that, let's go with the design. Well, she is a former passenger liner. Very simple, big shark design. I actually like that. I don't know what those keys are, but I believe, or I could speculate, that those are meant to be a passenger keys or whatever. Oh, do you see my mouse? Yes. And this machine, it could be an Enigma machine. Elbe's own. Excuse me, Jade. Jade's own Enigma machine, some reason, and their phone as well. AA guns and 105mm guns. That's really nice detail all the way. Overall, I have to say, really simple design, and I love it. Now, how she works in game. Also the skins, nice swimsuit, and also a Halloween costume. If you watch my weird build, you will get into that later. You will later understand why. in gears. Efficiency on fighters 145, die bombers 135, and the air efficiency 80. Not bad as start. Of course, she is now fully completed. I'm gonna go directly with the numbers I have here. Her HP 5323, AA 282, Luck 28, I don't know why. Aviation 343, Evasion is 66, Reload 193. And now, that's about the full stats in level 125. Let's go with the skills, what she has to offer. This time we are gonna read them in-game. When this ship launches an airstrike, subtracts 50 HP from a random ship in your fleet and, with 70% chance, fires level 10 special barrage, damage special skill level. The ship who lost HP because of this skill's effect deals 8% more damage for 8 seconds. After 8 seconds has passed, that ship recovers 5% of her max HP. Okay. Naughty, naughty. This is an offense skill, while this Good Girl's Caprice was a support skill. When the battle starts, for any other ship afloat in your fleet, increases this ship's aviation and accuracy by 6%. That can be stacked up to 3. So basically, just put that 6 in 3 times. That's not bad. If this ship is your flagship, increases this ship's reload by 15% and her damage dealt by 10% until the battle ends. Alright. She is packing, especially when she can do more damage, 10%, and reload 15%. As long as she is a flagship of your fleet. As for the gear lineup, I chose a fighter as a manually launched Focke-Wulf 190 A6R6 attack aircraft. I think it can intercept, but it has to happen manually. Or perhaps according to the Wikipedia in Azur lane, if I recall correctly. This aircraft does not intercept, even though you launch it manually. And for the weird, why is it still have machine gun of all things? All these machine guns, and then you give it these, let's call these HE rockets that can do equally same amount damage to light and medium, and slight amount to damage modification towards the heavy armor types. So if you combine this Naughty, she's a flagship, her reload gets 50% and her damage dealt increased by 10%. That's good. And this Elite Aviation Maintenance Manu skill increases aviation by 60. It's not much, but increases airstrike damage dealt by 4%. That's 14% damage dealt. But increases airstrike loading time by 4%. So this is reduced by 11%. So there is their small reload buff at the end of the day. You can improve that by giving it the beacon, you know, that can actually decrease the reload time of the aviations. But it seems I cannot find it at this crucial moment, but if you know what I mean. These beacons decreases airstrike reload time by 4%. So there is a mix of calculation after calculation if you combine these, but I don't know. Does it work? I haven't tested it, but it could work. So overall, I will come this in overview video. Voice over, excuse me. I haven't used that word in a while. Voice over video about Good Girls Caprice. And I personally would love to change this name to Bad Girls Caprice. And we will come back to that later. Next is Elbe. I do apologize that her dive bomber is different and it's not completed yet. Now, let's take a look at her in this game. Character design first, of course. Oh. There we go. Skins. I love every skin here. These are really, really cute. All these skins are cute with Elbe. I will take any day, anyone any day. Now her main... What? Wait a minute. There we go. Inspect. Now we have it. Her gear. She seems to have 2 sharks. One is packing with AA guns. The other one acts like the main source of launching airplanes. Simple design. Water shark behind there. Really simple. I like it. And cute character in the middle. Who is also packing. Fighter. Efficiency 145%. Dive bombers efficiency 135%. And the air is the same as Jade. While we are here, let's take the gears I have right here. Can I upgrade this one? No, I cannot. Sad. Well, fighter is the same one as Jade has. Manually launched. Makes damage with HE rockets, it seems. And the dive bombers. This is Sakura Empire, I know. I just wanted to pick this one for some reason. For just testing it. I could give her this the Iron Blood dive bomber. I could give her that one easily. Because 1, they have the same bomb. It seems... Well, okay. Suicide model is not fully completed, so I cannot say which one is better at this point. But you can clearly see that Junker has more bombs, those 50 kilogram bombs. 100-pound bombs. Some reason. But, as I told you, hard to say because suicide model is not complete yet. Now then, her stats. She is completed, so we have to go with that way. HP 5364, AA 289, luck is 30, some reason. Torpedo, aviation, excuse me. 353, reload 199, evasion 68. Not bad for a light carrier. And now the skills. Offensive, bad girl surprise at strike. Increases this ship's aviation and accuracy by 50%. Let's go. Very basic. When this ship finishes loading an airstrike, 18% chance to launch level 10 special airstrike. Very good. Once the airstrike is finished, there's a small big chance to launch additional airstrike with the main airstrike, so she's packing more. Now support skill, good, or defense. Good girl at heart. At the start of the battle, and when this launches an airstrike, spawns a shield around the frontmost ship of your vanguard. Lasts 8 seconds, can block up to 6 enemy shots. The shield's duration is refreshed if its spawn conditions are met while it is still active. I don't know what that means, but okay. What are those conditions? Is the question here. If this shield is destroyed rather than expiring, increases this ship's damage dealt by 50% until her next airstrike. Okay, there is a benefit here. She doesn't just pack with this aviation accuracy, but also launches additional airstrike once the loading is complete, with big chance. And she gives support to your vanguard. If that shield is destroyed, this ship can increase damage dealt 15% until her next airstrike. Not bad, not bad. And this is at the start of the battle, gives the shield. And every launch. So overall, if we want to spawn the shield more often, this homing beacon can actually do the trick. Decrease airstrike loading time by 4%. Alright. And with the aviation, it seems it happens every 18 seconds with this load up. But thanks to the loading guidance, decreases airstrike loading time by 4%. Decrease the 4% from that. She sounds really good in this state. And this build up I have right here. Now, I guess we have now done introduction. And next, I'm gonna do voiceover in next video while I edit this video as a whole. So, there's a lot to say about these two sisters, and I see you in a short. Alright, shipmates. Lucky man voice over here. Oh dear, Jade. Uh, This is my 100% personal opinion. So whatever you think about Jade is all on your own. And my opinion stays in my own. And whatever I say is not affecting any way, shape or form. But I will try to stay in facts as close as possible. So, Jade, according to stats and her skills, she is first Iron Blood healer. The Iron Blood has, excuse me. Good girls Caprice, we will go directly to that skill. When the ship launches an airstrike, subtracts 50 HP from a random ship in your fleet and, with 70% chance, fires level 10 special barrage. The ship who lost HP because of this skill effect deals 8% more damage for 8 seconds. After 8 seconds has passed, that ship recovers 5% of her max HP. And I wonder who in balance department found 10 containers of German beer and used all that beer to create a skill like this. I mean, I have seen good skills and other skills works like main feat, like that Sartekna Empire skill. What was it? The Emperor skill that heals random, and the what was that one? Other ship from Italy Navy, Sartekna Empire Navy, that also heals but requires a fighter. Aquila? Did Aquila heal? I mean, comparing those two to Jade, that's the wrong way to compare Jade to those two, but I think this skill is the worst compared to those two. And why? Well, you recall those lineup, well, gears I had in Jade, and that she's a flagship in this video. She has that 11% buff because of those skills, and now that damage increase 4% but decreases reload time by 4%, but with that 15% reload buff is reduced by 4, that's 11, right? So she has 11-second reload buff, and whatever her airstrike reload is, she is slightly behind in this video compared to the Elbe strike, okay? In a worst case scenario, this happened a lot to me in Operation Siren. If Jade launches airstrike and the match ends after that, in the middle of that 8 second, like 5 seconds after that airstrike, she did nothing but reduce one of the character's HP by 50 HP. So repeat that a long time, your character does nothing more but losing HP each random RNG base. So I say this is a bad girl's caprice, or whatever it is. So this skill, well, let's go to the naughty, okay? When the battle starts for any other ship afloat in your fleet, increase the ship aviation accuracy by 6%. And there is more than 3, so that's the max stack. 18%. So, and then you add that flagship position that naughty gives you. She does well. However, good girl's Capri skill is a down. What's the right way to say it? Huge flaw in this character. So she says she's a bad girl for you. Well, that statement is correct in retrospect, whatever it's a description way. She damages your fleet just to give that damage buff 8 seconds and then gives that 5% back from the 50. Every random character, it could be a back fleet, it could be a vanguard. In worst case scenarios, it could be repeatedly a main fleet, the back line. And then if your vanguard really needs a heal, Jade doesn't do that. It's complete RNG who she picks from all those 5 characters you have in the fleet. Literally, your main fleet is dead without a healer. And because I chose 14-1 map in this video for Jade and Elbe, it really demonstrates there are better healers than Jade. Let's be honest here. She doesn't heal nothing, she gives damage buff, and yes, Rune did survive, but the other ships, she didn't heal all of them, just a random one. It's getting worse, If you, that 50 HP loss and the battle ends, where is the heal? Where is the heal in that 8 seconds, okay? You could just add Perseus, Unicorn, Soho, you have that small Sakura aircraft carrier who can actually heal your vanguard, but also gives a buff to the backline. Who's here? Shouho, that's right. Shouho can heal more than Jade, okay? And Vestal can do better. Akashi can do better. Any other healer is better than Jade. If there's one thing Jade is good, is secretary ship and the bathtub and the Halloween partner. I mean, and other future things. So she is a good secretary ship, just not as combat ship, okay? Despite her damage buff, it's a downgrade, huge downgrade. This skill good girl's caprice. It's a huge downgrade. I'm a little bit disappointed. Well, at least honestly, heavily disappointed. I was hoping she could be a good healer, but after all these months when she was released, it has been proven that she is only good as secretaryship. Bad girl indeed. She is a really bad girl. How to fix her? Well, I have. It's just slightly a memory how to fix her. It's just the very easy way to fix her. Let's just be honest. Augment that changes good girl's caprice into like when this ship launches an airstrike. Heals Vanguard heals Vanguard 5% and gives 8% damage buff for 8 seconds and either 70 or 80% chance fires level 10 special barrage. That's it. That's how I would fix her with the augment. Other than that, she is good girl as a secretaryship. That's all I can say about Jade. And I guess now we have good chance to go to the Elbe. Elbe interview. What can I say? Cute. Pretends to be a bad girl, but she can't. She has a good voice. Then she just call this a. You may call this a bias, but okay, Elbe. Okay. Cute, pretends to be bad girl. She works as a light carrier, and what else? What else? Well, worth to oath, all I say. And good skins. There's nothing better of that. Elbe is worth it, I say. And of course, according to the skills, she doesn't require to be a flagship, and she also gives a shield to Vanguard from start of the battle and in middle of the battle every time she launches an airstrike. So faster she launches the airstrike, the better, I say. But also let us not forget that the shield only appears in the front most of the Vanguard. And what else? 80% chance bad girl surprise strike. Increases this ship aviation accuracy 50%. When this ship finishes loading an airstrike, 18% chance launching level 10 special airstrike. Well, I say. And in good girl at heart, as I mentioned, pretends to be bad girl, but she's actually a honest and good girl, and I find this cute. At the start of the battle, and when this launches an airstrike, spawns a shield around the frontmost ship of your Vanguard. Last 8 seconds. Can block up to 6 enemy shots, the smallest shells, not the big ones, I think. The shield's duration is refreshed if its spawn conditions are met while it is still active. I have no idea what that is, but okay. If this shield is destroyed rather than expiring, increases this ship damage dealt by 15% until her next airstrike. So, that's a good after good after good thing. What can I say? She's good. She might be a light carrier, sure, and a former passenger liner, which is the only bad thing. Well, I see no flaw in Elbe. She is a carrier that works. As I was wondering how to fix her, well, there is nothing. There is nothing. Although the good girl, now I think about it, okay, let's be honest at this second. Good girl at heart, shield. Does anybody have idea what this means? The shield's duration is refreshed if its spawn conditions are met while it is still active. Can I get more context what this means? Or is that there just to confuse? Like a bad girl is supposed to do? I don't know. I don't know. But she might be a passenger lighter. But she is a good light carrier that Ironblood has. That's everything I can think about it. But the one thing I actually failed to mention during Jade interview is that the reason why I gave her those long-lasting reload planes, okay, I failed some degree, but the point of that Jade loadout is simple. Avoid her using that airstrike so your fleet do not lose that HP. Okay? That's the Jade's problem. But Elbe is better. She just gives a shield if the shield is destroyed. She gets more damage done and until next airstrike. And every 80% chance does the best special airstrike. Every time it has loaded the airstrike. So that's a good thing. So that's basically extra airstrike after airstrike. So keep that in mind. Overall, in this short amount of time, Elbe is perfect bad girl. Okay, take the god girl and then a good girl, mix them together, and boom! You have Elbe. And silver hair, of course, let's not forget that. Now then. That's everything I have to say about Jade class, it seems. So, all this packing together, Jade, not worth it. Elbe, worth to oath. That's I say. Jade could be worth it, but because her skill, that good girls caprice, bad girls caprice, whatever, is a huge downgrade in my opinion. But she could be a good secretary ship. There is also a secretary ship story for Jade some reason. I think I need to check that after this, because I have completed it, that thing in the past. But only way to make Jade work is the augment module to heavily change the good girl's caprice in a way it doesn't take HP. It just heals Vanguard 8 or 7% from 5, and then gives 8% damage dealt buff for that 8 seconds. So it could have been that easy, but you just had to add that 8-second waiting time in the middle of that airstrike, waiting like, okay, you want the heal that goes to random ship, and then you have to wait from that, let's just say 50 or 60, 70 seconds, extra more 8 seconds, and then you get 5% back. And that heal goes directly either the main fleet character, one of the members, or just one random one in Vanguard. That's the only downgrade Jade has. But Elbe, she's worth it, she's good. Elbe is good, Elbe is a bad girl, good girl, bad girl. Worth it? Absolutely. Now then. I say we have now finally come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. What is your thought about Jade and Elbe? Are they your favorite characters? What do you like about them? Are they your favorite bad girls? Or is there someone better for you, Stace? Let me know in the comments down below what you think about these ships. My name is LuckyMan205, and I see you in the next one. Happy Christmas.